Hey, my little darlings. Today I'm telling you guys about a horror movie that's insanely wild. It's horrifying and eyeball-burning at the same time. The story happens on a dark, windy, spooky night. Megan, Jenny, and Lily were sitting in the yard, snacking on some ancient leftover munchies, waiting to watch the meteor shower. But who could have imagined? The moment Megan walked over to the pool, splash, scared the soul out of all three of them. No one knew what kind of cursed thing fell into the pool. They moved closer to take a look. A weird stone egg thing floated up, and then it puffed out a jet of pitch-black water. Looked like someone straight up pooped in the pool. Jenny, oh my God, almost puked on the spot. She thought, crap, if my dad sees this, I'm dead. Probably get whipped with a cold, soaked belt. So she rushed to clean it up, quickly grabbed a skimming net. The three of them panicked like headless chickens. Finally fished the stone egg thing out. Then they started examining what the heck it was. If it was a meteorite, why was it squishy like jelly? They leaned in to sniff it. Smelled like something left out for a week, like rotten snail noodles left overnight. Holy crap. I swear, God probably pooped in your pool. You think that's funny? No, I'm serious. This is definitely airplane poop. They freeze passengers' poop on planes. When the tank's full, they drop it. Right at that moment, Lily noticed that the thing had a tiny head poking out. Looked kind of like a possum or something, or like a bootleg baby pangolin, but even after staring for ages, it didn't move at all. It was probably dead already. They thought and thought, but still had no clue what it was. The three of them gave up and went back to bed, planning to deal with it in the morning. The next morning, while they were having breakfast, they suddenly noticed all their phones had stopped working. Every phone was completely frozen, but none of them cared much. Figured it would fix itself soon. Halfway through breakfast, they suddenly remembered that filthy thing outside. When they went out, the dirty creature was gone, but there was a long smear trail left across the ground. Could it be that thing came back to life? To avoid any trouble, Megan went inside to grab a wooden stick for self-defense. Then they followed the trail to the yard and saw the creature lying near the wall. Megan was ridiculously brave. She walked straight up with the stick, wanting to see if the thing was alive or dead. The moment she shouted, the others were so scared they nearly fainted. Then a curly-haired guy suddenly appeared. He was the lawn-cutting guy for Jenny's house. Megan took one look at him, and her eyes lit up. She instantly came up with an idea. This stinky thing is annoying to keep around. Let's ask this guy to help us deal with it. At worst, just pay him a little. But none of them expected. This curly-haired dude might look like a discount version, but his imagination was premium quality. He didn't just want money, he wanted something extra. Just giving him money wasn't enough for him. He demanded that one of the three girls had to let him kiss her. I swear, that was enough to make anyone explode. So Lily got shoved out as the sacrifice. You can probably guess this part already. Just from looking at her, you'd know. She's the lowest ranking one in the group, like the little sidekick who always gets ordered around. Of course, she'd be the one taking the hit. But what no one expected was, the moment Curly leaned in and kissed her, Lily looked like her soul left her body. She suddenly turned extremely cooperative. She even kind of looked like she enjoyed it. Even after Curly walked away, she was still standing there stunned. Then he went back to do his job. Meanwhile, the girls were watching him from the side. Like seriously, living in a giant villa like that. Yet they couldn't even scrape together a few bucks to pay him. In the end, they handed him $15. Truly unbelievable. Meanwhile, Curly, that creature looked tiny, but it was heavy like a kettlebell. Curly strained so hard his back nearly snapped. Just to shove it into a plastic bag, he almost dislocated his old backbone. Angry, he gave the creature a good kick. But the moment he did, he turned pale. He spun around and bolted like lightning. The three girls were clueless, watching him flee. He ran off before even taking the money. No matter how they called him, he didn't stop. He sprinted the whole way without looking back, gone in seconds. Meanwhile, the girls heard the little creature growling. They rushed over to take a look. Oh my goodness! That thing looked like a giant hairless rat. No idea if it bites or not, but it was creepy as heck. Only Lily's saintly heart felt pity for it, but what she said didn't matter anyway. Jenny made the decision, throw it out. But the three of them pulled and dragged to the point their pants were about to rip. and they only dragged it a few meters, exhausted to death. In the end, fed up, they just gave up on it, let it live or die on its own. But none of them noticed that little creature was behind them, grinning creepily. Night came pretty fast. Lily, half asleep, heard noises outside. She followed the sound to check. Turns out it was the little creature. It was even looking at her with teary eyes. Lily couldn't help it and brought it inside. Liking animals is understandable, but girl, your standards are too low. With that shiny, bald head, it didn't look like any normal creature at all. It seemed hungry, so she brought it some milk, caring for it like her own baby. She looked like a full-on mom. After feeding it well, she went back to sleep. The next morning, Megan went downstairs for food, opened the fridge, totally empty. Then she heard a strange, snoring sound. She wondered, no one sleeps downstairs, right? She followed the noise to the living room and froze on the spot. Good grief. Turns out that snoring was from the little creature, and the empty milk bottle was right next to it. Obviously, it chugged the whole thing. Megan was furious, and she immediately knew who was behind this. Definitely that countryside bestie, Lily. What the heck have you done? I have 2 questions for you. 1. How did that pee machine rat dog get inside? 2. Where the heck is my milk? Huh? Who am I? Where am I? The other 2 ordered Lily to toss the creature out, but Lily was a bit reluctant. She felt too sorry for it. It's crying. We can't throw it away. Out! But to be honest, the fact she even hangs out with them is already charity. She had 0 say in the matter. She reluctantly stepped forward to pick up the creature, but as soon as she reached that little monster, it started freaking out. Its scream was sharp enough to pierce eardrums, and Lily still defended it. Unbelievable. It's crying again. This dramatic behavior would piss off even the chilliest grandma. Naturally, Megan was done with this nonsense. She told Lily to figure out a way to get rid of it. When you're living under someone else's roof, you gotta bow your head. Lily could only nod sadly. After arranging everything, Megan went back to sleep. Lily and Jenny hopped on their tricycle, heading to the neighbor's house to find help. But Megan couldn't sleep peacefully at home either, because that little creature kept screaming and whining downstairs. She got so mad she mixed up a cup of secret poison milk, planning to send the thing straight to meet its ancestors. But before she could feed it, something happened. Meanwhile, Jenny and Lily reached the neighbor's house, but turns out nobody was home. Inside were a bunch of weird machines. There was even a telescope. Looked pretty suspicious. They wanted to make a phone call, but their phones weren't working. With no choice, they left a note, hoping the owner would return and contact them. Just then, Lily noticed some notebooks on the table. They were filled with information about meteors, but Jenny didn't care at all. She dragged Lily out immediately. When they returned to the villa, Megan was relaxing in the pool, sunbathing, and her attitude had completely changed. She didn't care anymore that they found nobody to help. She even said that little creature looks kinda cute if you look closely. It doesn't cause that much trouble anyway. Just let it stay inside. That sentence left Jenny completely stunned. Seeing both of her friends accept it, she decided not to bother either. But after that, they started noticing something strange. Whenever Megan ate, her appetite was insane. She was eating like crazy, as if she hadn't eaten in days. Every plate was polished, spotless. But Jenny and Lily didn't think much about it. After all, having a good appetite isn't a bad thing. But just as expected, the unexpected still happened. That very night, Jenny was woken up by loud cat noises. She wondered, it's not even mating season. Where did the meowing come from? So she went out to take a look, and the moment she reached downstairs, she froze. She saw from the monster's body a huge mass of bloody flesh oozing out, spread across the floor like a carpet, and Megan lay on it, looking disturbingly blissful. The scene scared Jenny half to death. Before she could react, the creature turned its gaze toward her, and that was it. With just one look, Jenny fell into its spell. Her body moved toward the living room on its own and joined them immediately. The next morning, Lily came downstairs and found the monster missing. She asked the other 2 and learned. They carried it to bed with them, Lily was stunned speechless. She thought the two were high on something, talking nonsense early in the morning. She even ran upstairs to check, and found the creature leaning on pillows like some old grandpa. This was way too weird. Yesterday, they wanted to kill it. Lily had taken 2 days off and needed to return to work tomorrow. But seeing these two, something was clearly wrong. There was no way to talk sense into them. No other choice. She drove back to the neighbor's house again. But once inside, still no one. What now? Just when she didn't know what to do, she accidentally noticed the notebooks on the table. She opened one and saw a drawing of the monster. Turns out this creature wasn't something they created, but it definitely had something to do with them. Lily looked up and noticed a hole in the wall with faint traces of blood around it. What on earth happened here? She stepped outside and found the homeowner already turned cold. It even looked like a suicide. Lily freaked out and ran immediately. And at the same time, the two back at the villa also started acting strange. When Lily returned to the villa, she told them the homeowner was dead and about the monster drawing. Told her two friends everything, but the two of them didn't care at all. Lily had to think of a solution herself. The problem was definitely that monster, so she went back to the bedroom, trying to figure out how to deal with it. "What are you staring at?" But clearly, coming here was as good as offering herself up, basically delivering herself as a snack. Soon she was controlled by it. She was about to end up just like the other two. Right at the critical moment, Lily suddenly snapped back to her senses. She grabbed her clothes and hurriedly ran out of the bedroom. Then she found the other two, trying to take them away with her. But she was terrified to discover, in just that short time, their stomachs had grown huge. Before Megan could react, they collapsed, trembling all over from their eyes and ears. Black liquid started oozing out. It was obvious they were dying. Lily realized to solve this, she had to deal with the source. She had to eliminate the creature. She grabbed a stick and stormed into the bedroom. "Ah, you monster! Take this hit!" She shut her eyes and kept smashing down wildly. A few hits later, the thing was mush. And at the same time, the two lying outside suddenly sat upright, as if sensing something. When Lily rushed out, both of them had disappeared. Lily quickly got on the trike to chase them. Not long after, she caught up to Jenny first and rammed into her without hesitation. After stepping out, she saw Jenny still twitching. Lily felt heartbroken. They'd been friends for so many years. But before she could grieve, Jenny pounced at her with no other choice. She had to end her friend's suffering. After that, she spotted Megan running ahead. She immediately chased after her, but Megan, controlled by the monster, was no longer normal at all. She charged at Lily like she wanted to tear her apart. The two started wrestling violently on the ground. Just then, a car approached from not far away. An old man got out of the car. The old man seemed very cautious. He used binoculars to observe first. He saw Lily knock down Megan with the huge belly and assumed Megan was the victim. Just as Lily was about to strike again, bang! A shot knocked her down. The old man picked Megan up and carried her away. No idea how much time passed. Luckily, Lily wasn't fatally hit. She woke up again. The old man's car was still parked there. When she approached, she saw the old man's corpse. His guts were spilled everywhere. He died in a horrifying way. By now, Megan had fully mutated. Her arms had turned into squid-like tentacles. Her belly was pulsing, as if something was about to burst out. In the end, Lily had no choice but to fire a shot to send Megan off. And the story ends here. Thank you all for watching. Tell me in the comments what you want next. I am Movie Minute 369. See you in the next episode.